All right, who's ready to get back to winter, right? Well, listen, you won't see me raising my hand very quickly. I enjoyed today's weather. I'm sure most of you did as well, but we are looking at really brutally cold air mass for the end of the week. So you've probably heard of the term polar vortex before. Polar vortex is not so much a thing. It's not a singular storm. It's just called the area up towards the poles where that frigid, most Arctic and stinging air lives for most of the year. Every now and then during the winter, we'll get parts of this that break off and come down in our direction, and we sort of have that for the end of the week here. That is going to make for the coldest air, not just of the season, but of the year. Single-digit low temperatures possible later on in the weekend as we get set to kick off next week at the lead up to Christmas. Will be cold, but it will be getting better. But we're on the firm downslope now. We had 61 yesterday, 52 today. We'll be at 45 tomorrow. The upper 30s on Friday, and then starting off the weekend at 32. Flipping those numbers around into Sunday at 23, and then back to 26 on Monday. And again, that doesn't tell the story of A, the overnight temperatures, and B, the wind chills. They will be biting out there. We've got rain coming through the region right now. It's a very fast-moving storm system here, and it's not all that wide from side to side. So say only a few more hours of this, and then things will start tapering off, and we'll eventually clear things out for a very nice day on Thursday. We take it down to the south here. You can actually see all these lightning strikes. These are really not associated with the cold front. This is this outer band of this very slowly but developing low pressure system off the coast of Florida. It's eventually going to start drifting up the eastern seaboard. At the same time, you've got this piece of energy here over the upper Midwest, and I guess you call this the Great Plains getting into the upper Midwest. That's going to come down to the Ohio Valley and eventually going to come very close to meeting up with will eventually be a Carolina low, but right now it's a Florida low. It's really an ocean low, but it's going to come up, graze the Carolinas, and then begin pushing towards the northeast. And again, here comes that other piece of energy. Now watch, these two are going to try to sync up. And this is what we need to happen for a big East Coast snow. And especially with all the cold air that's going to be spilling into the northeast, this almost had the makings of a dream scenario, but again, kind of the train leaving the station, wait, hold on, wait for me, just in the nick of time here. And then that storm starts blowing up after it moves offshore and moves up towards southeastern Canada and the Canadian Maritimes, places like Nova Scotia. We could see some leftover snow showers here, but I just don't see a lot of the opportunity to get much more than a coating with this one. At best case scenario, or if you want to call it least case scenario, what the minimum we could get is absolutely nothing at all. I think the most likely scenario is that we get about a coating to around an inch, and in some spots, especially further north, could probably pick up at most. Again, best case scenario, or I guess this is deceiving because it depends. If you like snow, yeah, that might not be best case scenario, but best case for this storm, or worst case, doomsday scenario, it's not much with this, only about 1 to 3 inches. The cold air then spills in. We've got single-digit lows, and then the wind chills all throughout the day. On Sunday into Monday will be in the single digits. Absolutely. You want to talk about stinging, biting, the air that hurts your face. This is exactly that. Now, it is going to be cold leading up to Christmas, but it will moderate a bit. Still may be cold enough to squeeze out a few snowflakes here. You're going to see some mixing with rain at the shoreline here. We'll keep an eye. This is a weak piece of energy, though. So at best, we'll get some festive flakes out of it on Christmas Day. And then beyond that, leading into New Year's, how about this? The entire country lit up in red. It's not a political map. It is our temperature outlook map. And look at the reds. That means an above average signal for temperatures. It looks like a very mild end to the new year. So that rain's moving out tonight. Nice day coming up tomorrow with decreasing clouds, a high of 45. Don't get used to those temperatures. It's going to be bitter cold to the end of the week here. Again, we'll see a few snow showers late Friday into Saturday clearing out. And then we'll watch for Wednesday on Christmas Day. And again, the beginning of Hanukkah to see a few festive flakes around.